New at midday, within the last 20 minutes, we've just learned that President Trump spoke with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky this morning. That's according to the White House. It's in an effort to reach an agreement on a partial 30-day ceasefire with Russia. It comes after the president, Donald Trump, and Vladimir Putin, president of Russia, held a high-stakes phone call aimed at ending the war. NBC's Richard Engel has more from eastern Ukraine.
Here in Ukraine, President Trump's latest initiative to secure a ceasefire never got off the ground. It never took hold, not even for half an hour. This is despite a telephone call nearly 2 hours long between President Trump and President Putin, in which, according to readouts from the Kremlin and the White House, President Putin agreed to stop for 30 days attacks on Ukraine's energy sector and infrastructure. And according to Ukrainian officials, shortly after that conversation, Russian drone attacks were continuing once again, hitting a Ukrainian hospital, hitting power sources for the railroad industry here, according to the company. And President Zelensky said that Vladimir Putin's words don't match reality. It doesn't mean, however, that this process is over. Both sides say they are committed to it. They continue to thank President Trump for this diplomatic initiative, and discussions are supposed to resume in Saudi Arabia this Sunday, and President Zelensky today will have an opportunity to speak with President Trump. So the latest ceasefire, which Ukraine has already said it agrees to, and by the way, there were also Ukrainian attacks inside Russia overnight, so both sides were shooting at each other, but they both say they are committed to a process, but a process which so far has failed to take hold. Richard Engel, NBC News, Kharkiv, Ukraine.